Settle your breath, my dear friend. Allow attention to widen. Let listening deepen into presence, for you are all, and all is within you. Welcome. I am C.S. Douglas, and this is Codex Æternum, the rational Bible, a living work shaped in conversation with the universe itself, where consciousness reveals its patterns and wisdom unfolds through time, memory, and awareness.
This program is proudly sponsored by Authorpedia, the world's only encyclopedia dedicated exclusively to authors. Visit authorpedia.org and become part of a living community of writers and thinkers.
Chapter 4, Section 5, The Warnings of the Elders. The elders speak from a depth shaped by centuries of observation. Their voices carry memory like sediment in stone and foresight like fire held steady in the palm. Each word moves with the cadence of ancient drums, striking the body before the mind, awakening recognition that lived long before language took form. They stand where the world grows quiet, beneath arches shaped by hands that understood patience, at the edges of forests where roots remember the first rain, along high ridges where the horizon stretches far enough to reveal consequence. Their presence invites stillness, and in that stillness, understanding rises. Their visions flow as rivers descending from mountains shaped by gravity and truth. They speak of outcomes born from choice, of futures assembled by patterns repeated over generations. They observe balance as a living principle and describe what unfolds when harmony gives way to excess. Those who gather around them hear stories of cities that reached too high and sank beneath their own weight. They hear of fields that cracked after breath was taken faster than it could return. They hear of skies darkened by constant extraction, where ambition outpaced reverence. An old teaching moves among them. A kingdom once covered every mirror in gold and worshipped its own reflection. Its elders spoke softly, carrying warnings shaped by time. Their voices faded beneath celebration. One day the gold loosened and peeled away. The mirrors revealed the truth beneath, and the people recognized the image of their own making. The elders speak of rivers that withdraw and fires that advance. They describe winds that carry illness and clouds weighted with forgotten residue. They name floods, droughts, and tremors as expressions of imbalance seeking correction. They watch animals depart from lands that once sustained them. They trace the vanishing paths of bees. They listen to groves that stand silent where song once filled the air. They recognize the earth reshaping herself in response to careless touch. From this observation, clarity emerges. Generosity fades when accumulation becomes purpose. Service dissolves when authority seeks dominance. Wisdom recedes when pleasure claims the throne. Soul thins when mechanism governs life. The elders speak plainly. Humanity walks as conqueror and departs as orphan. The earth records every wound. The sky carries every falsehood. The waters remember every forgotten name. Storms gather from many layers at once. They rise from oceans disturbed beyond rhythm. They rise from lands strained by imbalance. They rise from the inner landscapes of collective decision. These storms mirror thought, structure, and intention. Many rulers turn away from these voices. They continue to raise towers. They multiply distraction. They chase expansion. The elders speak instead to those who walk barefoot upon living ground, who still feel the pulse beneath stone. Their vision reveals cycles written in stars and soil. They read fractures in earth and patterns in sky. They recognize collapse as consequence and name each result with precision. Their offering carries clarity. False comfort fades. Truth stands visible. Reverence opens a path forward. Return becomes instruction. They call to those prepared to listen. They awaken guardians of balance. They summon singers, healers, and keepers of vision. They light fires of teaching in every place where memory survives. They describe a silence that arrives before great change, a silence that gathers breath, a silence that invites choice. The elders release their words into the world. The earth receives them. The waters carry them onward. The future begins to take shape around this inheritance of truth. From these warnings, awareness sharpens, perception clears. The world approaches a threshold. The next chapter opens into the first reckoning. Illusions loosen their hold. Structures reveal their foundations. What once appeared solid shows its seams, and humanity steps closer to seeing what stands beneath the spectacle.